Sorry if I feel like I'm being a bit rushed on this, but I've got quite a few songs to get through. There was a big push over the last couple of days for some videos coming out. Okay. Gweniverse has been around for a while, but this is the first one I've actually come across when they've actually released. This is Amelia Restore Albion. Let's give it a listen.
Welcome to the Gweniverse, or whatever you wanted me to say.
Yeah, that's just a little intro bit.
Scattered people. A people that feel like a scattered nation. I want to restore it all. My home and my heart.
Once upon a rain-washed morning, when Albion still dreamed in green, there stood a girl upon the cliffs with a blade no one had seen. It shimmered gold and white and red, a key and lion intertwined. They called her keeper of the gate, the last of her ancient line. They named her Key of Albion, guardian of
Hey, Silas.
sea and stone. When shadows stirred beyond the veil, she stood, though she stood alone. The people waved from
Thank you for the raid.
squares, the flowers where she tread. They whispered prayers in candlelight for the crown upon her head. But in their towers high and cold, where velvet curtains fell, the nobles signed in silver ink and opened gates to hell.
Have a good rest. Hopefully the little one lets you sleep.
The sky split red above the sea as demons poured like rain. Claws on stone and wings of ash and fire without a name. She raised her keyblade to the storm. Steel sang against the night. Gold and crimson flashing bright. A lion crowned in light. But numbers drown the bravest heart, and even lions bleed. She fell upon the shattered gate, brought down upon one knee. I am not afraid, she breathed, though her hands began to shake. If Albion must fall tonight, let it fall for Albion's sake. A single tear on broken stone, a whisper in the flame. Then from the hills and village lanes, from dock and field and glen, came bakers, smiths and shepherd boys, and weather-worn old men, with pitchfork bright and lantern high, with shovels raised in hand. They formed a line behind their lion and would not yield the land. Restore Albion, stand as one, not for glory but for home. When the small Their voices rose like breaking dawn through smoke and falling ash. And in their cry she found new strength as light began to flash. The key became a blazing sun, the lion roared in flame. A barrier of living gold in Albion's true name. The demon shattered, cast away beyond the darkened foam, banished from her emerald hills, from every hearth and home. Restore Albion, brave and bright, not by crown but common might. When the people rise together, even night must bow. Restore Albion, guard the flame, remember who you are by name. A lion's heart in every chest is what restored her now. And on the cliffs at morning's light, she placed her blade to rest. No longer standing there alone, but carried in each chest. Albion sleeps in gentle green, the sea returns its sigh. And somewhere in the wind you'll hear a lion's lullaby.
Okay. Set it down. Let's go back to the start. We'll ignore that first bit. Alright. First off, the obvious thing. This is done on a free version of Sora, so the visual quality is not fantastic. But it's still very nicely concepted and styled. Very clear vision on what you wanted to do. It starts off with a little kind of like a background idea, setting the scene.
Want to restore it all, my home and my heart.
Once upon a rain-washed morning when Albion still dreamed in
I think there's a limit on how long you can actually do scenes as well on Sora. I've not used it myself, so it's why there's such rapid scene shifting. One thing I will say is, what can really help with these, especially with the AI generated songs, is to actually manually enter your lyrics. I know it can be a pain, I know it can take a while, but doing so can really help people understand what's being said. Because obviously it's changed line to life here, and there's some bigger I'm pretty sure this Dark Elf is... Let's get to the... How is it before that? I'm pretty sure it's like a Dark Elf, more elegant looking Keir Starmer. You see it better when you see the fight scene later. Oh, there was a close up there. I won't try pausing for it. It's too brief. But honestly, as much as I don't like Starmer, it's not Starmer's fault that the barriers lifted. That goes all the way back to Blair. That goes all the way back to Blair. That does. But for story's sake, continuity. It's the combination of the hairstyle, of the glasses, and the smug look on his face makes me say Starmer. So there's plenty of opportunities to put the beat on the music for the video changes, but I think this is more about the visual of the fight than the actual beat change here. So I'm letting it slide this, especially as I think he's got limited usage on the Sora duration length. Cut. Good. Yeah, but it's a blue traitor, not a blue Jew. Again, for the lyrics, let it fall for Albion's sake.
A single tear on broken stone, a whisper in the flame. Then from the hills and village lanes, from dock and field and
People rising up.
came bakers, smiths and shepherd boys, and weather-worn old men with pitchfork bright and lantern high, with shovels raised in hand. They formed a line behind their lion and would not yield the land.
Well, you talk about the blue elf people. We've got to remember, elves in the Nordic lore are Fae. They're one of the higher Fae.
Albion stand as one, not for glory, but for home. When the
See, that was I would have tried putting these combat scenes on that heavy beat.
restore Albion stand as one, not for glory, but for home.
Beat, beat, beat. I'd have done the fights. Cut, cut, cut.
Stands fearless, even demons turn to gold.
Yeah. I do that, but
Beyond here it reigns
it's not been fantastic for me in terms of timing.
and king.
Problem is, there's a lot of people over frame rate their generations. I'm including this. So if you move frame by frame, it can be very torturous on AI videos.
Victory can sever a people bound together.
It's also one of the reasons why AI videos tend to be a bit heavier on the upload side.
This rose like breaking dawn through smoke and falling ash. And in their cry she
This fight scene's getting pretty good on the beats. Not fantastic, but it's getting a lot closer. Cut. Good.
became a blazing sun, the lion roared in flame. A barrier of living gold in Albion's true name.
Cut. I suppose that works, but it's a little bit long.
Shattered, cast away beyond
See, that's just pure Starmer. Hey, Sakura. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. See, that's a little bit late, early rubber. See, that cuts away too late to this scene, and that previous finishing was a little bit too fast. But this, from here, yeah, so beautiful song, fantastic concept, held back by the quality of the story they could use, obviously. Maintains the story thread throughout. Could do a little bit tightening up on some of the fight scenes a little bit, but then again, fight scenes are always hard with AI. But yeah, go give Gweniverse your love. Why is that? There we go. Never lets me send it. So I have to click like 2 or 3 times before it goes through. All right.